Over the last century, the Punjabi diaspora has crossed oceans and continents, establishing thriving communities thousands of miles from their ancestral villages. But as families set down deep roots in new countries, a gap in the record begins to form. We can track our current success, but we often lose the specific details of our origins. For many descendants of the Sidhu Brar lineage, the path back to their central hub, the historic village of Nagar Hamirgarh, has been obscured by time and distance. Until recently, the documentation of this bloodline was limited to brief mentions in fragile, handwritten manuscripts that were increasingly difficult to locate. This lack of data meant that basic questions remained unanswered. The specific founders of Hamirgarh, the path of the river that once watered the fields, and the location of ancestral sites were all missing from the modern record. Without these facts, a lineage becomes a collection of vague stories rather than a verified history. It is difficult to maintain a sense of where you are going when the starting point is a mystery. That clarity is finally arriving. Researchers Zayelder Balveer Singh and Guru Nanak Ditta Singh have spent years cross-referencing archives to reconstruct the village's founding history. This research focused on resolving the specific discrepancies regarding Baba Jalal, his relationship to the village's patriarchs, and the physical layout of the original settlement. The result is this definitive Kursanama, a documented family tree tracing the descent from Baba Umer Shah and Baba Hamir through to Baba Karaj. By identifying specific links between Baba Umer Shah and Baba Jalal, researchers have mapped the exact progression of authority. This documentation provides thousands of descendants with a verifiable link to their past, replacing family folklore with academic proof. These records also tie the lineage to the land itself, showing how the family's growth led to the physical establishment of Nagar Hamirgarh. The settlement expanded strategically. While Hamirgarh served as the hub, the founders established the neighboring village of Todarpora to secure the surrounding area. The third pillar of this settlement was Gurusar, a site providing the community with a spiritual and historical anchor for generations. The founders maintained this territory through force. To survive the era and protect their new borders, they functioned as a trained militia, carrying the rifles and swords seen in these early portraits. Understanding these three specific locations changes how we view this history. It transforms a series of names into a tangible, strategic territory built by warriors. For the young Punjabi generation living abroad, this recovery of the village's history has been distilled into a landmark new book. The book is designed to serve as a bridge, linking descendants in London, Toronto, or Melbourne directly back to the physical soil of Hamirgarh. The release of Nagar Hamirgarh da Kursinama Ate Alop Hoya Virsa marks the conclusion of a centuries-long effort to document the truth of this lineage. The facts are now available. The challenge for the modern diaspora is to take the step of learning this history for themselves. The future of any community depends on how firmly it remains connected to the specific details of its past.